Hey, welcome back to The Aligned Partner, and I am a practicing therapist. And today we're talking about masculinity, specifically the masculine container. I'm sure many of you have heard about this. There's a lot that is said about masculinity and femininity. And in relationship, particularly romantic relationship, I think it is a good lens to look through and to understand that we are a pole in a polarity with our partner, and hopefully we can create a lock and key experience of masculine and feminine, whoever is carrying that energy at any one time. It's an erotically charged, attractive energy that pulls us together into a lock and key dynamic where we can ultimately become one, hopefully with great safety, communication, arousal, fun, consent, all of those things. But the masculine container, when it comes from a man's perspective, is often confused, and men are often befuddled by women, and that's nothing new. I think men can learn a skill when it comes to the word container, which means, can I be her safe place? Can I contain the inner wild chaos, flow of energy, feelings, and bring it to a safe landing place for her? Or does her feeling or her emotion or her mood trigger me and evoke me into a reaction, and therefore she then reacts to that reaction, and after 2 or 3 sentences we knee deep in conflict and defensiveness? A lot of men struggle to feel with a woman, to tune into her feelings, to let go of their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and that part of a man's brain that wants to provide and protect and solve. It's an art, it's a ninja skill even, perhaps, for men to learn to contain her feminine energy in a safe space. And containment means he has a plan. Containment means he has leadership. Containment means he has discipline. Containment, more importantly, means he has a strong internal reference to himself and who he is as a man and what he wants and what he desires. And he is aware of transitions from work, where he's slaying dragons there, and now when he's engaging with his woman, he puts on a different cap, and he's there to evoke within her feminine energy so that he maintains the masculine polarity and not being swamped or overwhelmed by life himself. He is sharpening his sword on a daily basis, which means he is in control of his emotions and his feelings, despite how good or bad a day he has had, or how good or bad his bank balance is currently looking. In other words, how free is he as a man when it comes to the material world? Is he free in his spirit, his masculine spirit that is there to, again, penetrate through her walls, her defenses, her feelings, her chaos, her moods perhaps, and bring her safely back into her heart? Can he get her out of her head? So if she's had an edgy day that's full of masculine energy, where she too has been slaying her own dragons, which is great, but when it comes to the romantic part of the relationship, does he have the skill to recognize that in her and not compete with it, to not compete with her masculine energy? And when she does start to compete with him, or she starts to criticize or complain, does he have the art, does he have the container within his own heart to feel secure enough to not fall for what she's saying, but to be accountable and to be authentic in his response from that masculine space of love? And so bring that leadership and therefore containment to the dynamic that ultimately brings her to a safer space and hopefully a more attracted space. And this is a daily process. Men forget that. We as men think we've done this now, or we've bought you flowers, so great, that buys me a good long time worth of peace and love and sex perhaps. But that's not the case. It's a moment-to-moment experience with a woman. And as long as men can learn this art of containment, which ultimately is an art of knowing thyself, it's an art of self-regulation, it's an art of maturity, and it's an art of emotional availability to self, to be able to contain further and deep and tense emotions. Hope this has been helpful. Thanks for being here and for subscribing. Pass the video to anyone who may enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.